This is Brian. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, Salesforce for nonprofits. Now imagine you're a nonprofit and you're looking for a database. You'll go online and do some research, of course, and you'll see some names like Razor's Edge or Donor Perfect or Little Green Light. And you'll also stumble on Salesforce when you might be confused. Salesforce, isn't that the company that does Agent Force and all these really cool things that are for, huge companies? Yeah. But it also offers 10 free licenses to the same version of Salesforce that all those other companies use, which is phenomenal. Now, Salesforce is really configurable. So you can highly configure it to exactly what you want. Now, that does mean it's free, like a puppy's free, meaning once you have it, you get it for free. Awesome. But you need to have a commitment of resources and people to make sure they can configure it for you, so you can provide the care and feeding necessary to ensure that it has a great experience, just like a puppy. Now, when you start doing a little bit more research, okay, let's look at it a little further. You're going to notice nonprofit cloud, nonprofit starter pack. Okay, what do I do there? Well, before 2019, when they originally started this program, Salesforce created what's called the Nonprofit Starter Pack, which is basically a module that gets installed on top of Salesforce that kind of changes things a little bit in terms of how it's set up, so it's more accommodating to nonprofits. That's been around for a long time, and it was very easy for someone to configure it. It's kind of like a mechanic being given a 1980s Jeep saying, hey, have fun and customize it. And they can do whatever they want. They can rip the thing apart. That's the same thing that was created with this nonprofit starter pack. It had the fundamentals, but you can build on top of it. And it was like that for many years. Then around 2019, Salesforce said, you know what? We've got all this cool new other stuff coming out, like Flow, like Agent Force, and all these other cool things. And we've even built some clouds for verticals, like we have manufacturing cloud and healthcare cloud. Well, let's do the same thing for nonprofits. Let's kind of bring them on the same track as everyone else, give them that same architecture. So over the past few years, it's been a bit of a migration. So now the nonprofit cloud is really Salesforce's answer to nonprofits to give them the same cool architecture stack as everybody else does. Now, what they've done is they've loaded up some really cool things about case management, program management, grant making. All the things that are really elements of the nonprofit world are in there. But it's really formalized, and it's something that has a lot of functionality. A lot of use cases can be accommodated. So as a result, you maybe don't need as much emphasis on an administrator for nonprofit cloud because it's got everything already built in, which in some cases can be really great. Other nonprofits that might have very unique requirements, unique processes, unique data requirements, well, for them, maybe sticking with nonprofit starter pack might still be okay. Now, so again, so I would say overall, right? If do an evaluate, if you're considering this, if you want to go with kind of the latest architecture, what Salesforce is promoting, check out Nonprofit Cloud. Look at the feature set and answer, does this match what I need? And if there's a huge overlap, well, then go for it. I mean, that's exactly where they're heading. If it doesn't, or if your needs are very unique, then perhaps sticking with the nonprofit starter pack option is still your best bet. There's still a ton of functionality written for it. They're still supporting it. People like me have been supporting it for years, so most partners that do Salesforce consulting know it like the back of their hand. So over the next few years, I suspect there's going to be a shift more toward nonprofit cloud for good reason, as we described. One other thing just to know, another change that's happened recently is that Salesforce has eliminated their partner network for nonprofits. Now, they still have it for for-profits, but not nonprofits. So that doesn't mean you can't get help. It just means that when you seek out assistance from partners or consulting firms, just make sure you've asked them the right questions. Hey, tell me about nonprofit cloud. Tell me about nonprofit starter pack. Which one's right for me? And I'm sure they can provide you the guidance you need. So that's a little bit about nonprofits for Salesforce. It's a great offering. Again, most companies like Cloud 616 are here to help if you need it. Thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe.